have never played as a team. Individually, sure. Like on the old Giants roster, Vitinho played it, yeah.
With Giants.
But other than that,
one.
it is not a map that they've gone to. And sure, I don't doubt that they've let that through because they have something prepared, but that is a terrifying prospect. You're in your own map choice. You're 6-0 down. Your opponent's economy is booming. Khan is having a wonderful time. He's just been finding openers left, right, and center. And the thing is, there hasn't really been any sort of response. They haven't even been able to catch out the lurker of Chichu in most of these rounds. So something desperately needs to change. Showstopper, Rolling Thunder close to being online, but of course, those ults are also being cycled on the other side with a Viper's Pit and a Blade Storm being two to really highlight. Something needs to come up, and it needs to happen soon for Giants, because, hey, their attack side is great, but if you don't get any defense around, it doesn't matter.
That's it. They need some sort of foundation to bounce off of, and you know, this when you move to map 2, Fracture, they might have come into this series seeing that as a trap that they'd laid for EDG, trying to cage the beast, but they better hope that the bars are strong enough, because what we're seeing here, well, it seems to be a bit too brittle. The side of Giants on their defense, no rounds and no timeouts left. Let's see what their solution was. And it looks like a straight up blitz into B main. A lot of players here, so they're gonna have to try to seize space on the back of it. A flash deep, a Tiger in, and they've essentially seen that there's nobody here. No pun intended. Nobody wasn't spotted as he was around the corner. And the rest of the squad waits patiently over towards A. You know, if there was a lot of aggression and utility in B main, maybe they push A, maybe they get aggressive.
The funny thing is, it's almost a complete reverse versus Crew, where I feel like whenever Crew pushed into Nuclear setup, they died. Yeah. EDG have pushed into his setup almost every single time, and they have made it look very easy. And they look to do the same again. Smoggy taking the lead. A fake being sold by nobody as well. It keeps a couple of players still deep within this B site. It definitely is a much better stack-up of players, though, from Giants for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and it's also the utility that they have. Rolling Thunder, Showstopper still to play with. Nade is through. Hoodie's gone down. Picked off on the other side, causing another problem. Giants have to be worried about their back while they want to fight forward. And now a Viper's Pit comes online. A safe haven to play from for EDG. An ultimate that's incredibly difficult to fight back through. Rolling Thunder and Showstopper committed. They're searching for them! And Vitinho's found them all! That's ridiculous! Giants now only have nobody to deal with. He's got heaven, but look at that util he runs right into. Giants are finally on the board.
Wow. We talk about the Showstopper being one of the most brutal ultimates in the game. Sometimes you can shoot it at someone's feet and they somehow survive. A Rolling Thunder comboed into the Showstopper through a Cosmic Divide. He doesn't even see the other two players. He just shoots it at the one he spots and they all go down. Khan didn't even look like he was remotely close enough to die to that. But hey, that's what it takes. A triple kill with a Showstopper for Giants to get onto the board. But they are on the board.
All right, let's see them do that again in this round.
How many more kills do you need? 8 more kills. 8 more kills and he can do that again.
But that was literally a Hail Mary play. The prayers were answered. The fact that EDG have a Viper's Pit on site, they have nobody flanking, man advantage. You could just keep listing the advantages they had up their sleeve, and then that one play, that combo, to absolutely ruin them. Crowd control them out of the round. Vitinho, he's turned away at the wrong moment. Disaster for this man as he goes down. And now the space is wide open for EDG's taking.
Yeah, one of the highlights of this matchup last time was Vitinho 8-1 in opening duels. I think Khan has been bullying him so far. Hasn't had that same sort of luck.
They've all rotated.
Yeah, they've gambled. Well, the thing is, they've heard from the shadows. Maybe had that expectation. Nobody has been so good at getting the timing right. The flash is sublime. Can't see a thing. No chance even for a trade. He's going to throw out the Tiger for good measure, but the fact is, again, hey, guess what? 3v5.
Another kill to go their way. They try to trade the operator of Can, but he cannot go down. EDG finding 7, and the rounds just keep tallying up in their favor. You can look at that one for Giants as a flash in the pan, because that's all it is for the time being.
Oh dear, 7-1. Again, they're still going to have the finances to actually buy back into this one. Blade Storm on the other side, but all ults have now been expended for Giants. They threw everything into getting that first round. They've gone for the from the shadows in the last to try and gamble in on that rotation. They are being slaughtered thus far. Well, this man is a huge part of it, this time patiently waiting to see if there's any aggression, but for now at least, it is just going to be that stack up into the B site. As said, they have had a huge reliance on Nukia's Cypher setup, but it definitely hasn't gone to plan thus far. He is going to be able to spot if anybody is deep within a main though. However, once again, it's going to be this mid presence and Fatinho looking like the first point of contact.
Yeah, they've stuck around. You know, that Tiger went in deep on B main. Once CDG heard it, they thought maybe B would be lighter, that the rotations had come through. That's not the case. Nade, it's certainly tickled up a few players. They'll be healed though. Right back up to 100, just a bit of shields that are lost. And already you can see Giants are expecting to rotate back after what they've shown, but no. EDG are very much looking to commit here, as Hoodie just found out the hard way, caught after his paranoia. But Giants are able to drop the spike and slow the EDG push. Can. A shining light for this squad, very nearly finds another. He's down to the rifle. 2 versus 3. And 2 players on site. Can's found another. That's the showstopper. Online, fired out and found. He'll die to the fall damage, leaving them with a chance. Nukia has to find Chichu. The plant coming in. He's going to have the info. It all comes down to this fight at Chichu.
What the fuck?
EDG round after round. 8 now on the board.
Oh, lihat EDG 8-1 nih ya. Mau main apa nih? Follow kah? Bebas. Follow kah? Emel, aku capek follow sih sebenarnya sudah.
The only thing that takes him out is the ground. That's what it is. It's the world defeating.
It takes a force of nature to deal with this man.
Kalau mau main ML, boleh ada Kaleb kah?
Close things out, 8-1. We've been mentioning the fact that even a few rounds on this defensive side could be enough for Giants, but now their pockets have run dry as well. You've got yourselves a couple of rifles, a few pistols, Seekers. On the other side of things, well, Ballers. Maybe they've got everything they could ever desire and some in their pockets. It does seem like as well, Giants, their attempt is to almost adapt to what happened in the last round. Okay, they pressured middle, let's pressure middle, and there always seems to be another side to the coin. The fight though, the flash is fantastic, but the shots aren't connected. They get nothing.
And then somehow it's EDG who come out on top. Nobody from far away picking up that double. Okay, they do end up losing Can, a big player for their squad. But considering what they're up against and the space retrieved on the other side, they might not be too worried. That is Chichu. You might be confused. You might be thinking, why does that look like it's an attacker? He's quite clearly in a defender position. He's found his reward for his trouble with Hoodie falling. And Haodong's got his lurk up through mid. It's
9-1 anjing, kebantai-bantai, cowok.
2 active flanks in play for EDG. And the amount of control that they're able to take out of Giants' hands is unbelievable.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing about this. Like, you're looking at a composition that has the Sky looking for information, and then a Cypher, which basically just has cams and trips everywhere. And somehow every single round, EDG are the ones catching Giants off guard. Yep. They have looked lost throughout the entirety of this map so far. Needing these last 2 rounds as almost a bare minimum, as a lifeline.
Mau main ML Kawi. Kalau main ML aku sambil rebahan.
We saw them, some of the videos earlier, saying that they think EDG are overrated. This is not the look that they wanted to come out with.
I think it's hard to argue this is the optimal start for the EMEA number 4, but still potential for recovery. Can. Oh, look, he's out of here. Immediate reactions, and if he is a second slower, a fraction of a second slower, in fact, he would have lost his life there. But immediately down and out of that teammate. He's going to go back through. He's going to fight through the smoke. This guy's crazy. I mean, he's not going to get a reward. They just about left, but if that was a second earlier, I think Cloud loses his life.
Yeah, it's almost a ruse though.
Palom,
as again, he's on one side
of the map.
And they're on the other.
Taking
that control. Rhyme already with him, but he's somewhat alone. The flash is good, but it also
catches. Nge-thread 1 masih bisa, anjing.
And now, Rhyme's the only one fighting. They are watching for this. Cloud has managed one. Starting to look a little bit better, but Kan's still standing, still fighting. The nade into the back of sight is going to force Rhyme into more awkward position. He's just going to tank it. He's going to try and hold on in that back corner, now hiding within the smoke. His teammate placed just moments ago. Hoodie from above, but it's nobody. And Kankan within that sight, just waiting for the moment that flash comes back online. He's managed to sneak forward. Hoodie's found one. But look who they're up against once again. He's read things perfectly, but the shot is missed, and he goes right back into the Finally, Giants managed to get their second round on the board, but boy, was it close.
They can push up to 3, the bare minimum, maybe. There's still hope for Giants on their map pick. After all, EDG did choose to start on the attack side, but with 2 rounds on the board, this is a pretty clear-cut outcome in my mind right now. Big mistakes, big fumbles needed on the side of EDG. Yeah, and that just hasn't been the case so far. Kankan, round after round, this guy is successful. I think he probably had one of his quieter ones in the last.
Well, 9-2. Still the Giants' chance go out. We'll see if they can pull off that third round. As said, last time it was 9-3, 9-3, but I think you'd have to be pretty optimistic to expect a repeat after the manner in which these rounds have gone. Good start though. Vitinho finally taking down his Rays counterpart. Already getting them that man advantage. That has been a rarity in the early rounds.
Yeah, it very much has, because Kankan's won those fights every single time. EDG now have to go to a second game plan, and oh no, they were going to move towards this position. It was the judge in play for Cloud, but he's given it up. He's fallen off to put some util into B main and check that it's clear, but there you go. Players spotted up top. Now they realize what they've given up, and they've got to fight from the low ground. The stun in, that has delayed them, but with the spike outside of A, this is almost what EDG want. Confirmation that those rotations are coming through. What in the world is that? A rolling thunder put into heaven. They hadn't spotted anyone there. They gambled on it, and instead they've lost Nukia's life. The Giants seem lost.
You know where he is. Oh. Hoodie playing a risky game. He was spotted by the Tiger on the way in. Has managed to find that opener though. Spike dropped to the deck. He has no support once again, just stuck in this corner. And now the showstopper put through. Nobody to be found, just going to be pushing straight through. It's actually the trade. Chichu though left. 15 HP, has the spike, has to stick it just to get it through onto the round, and Cloud going to make sure that he will not. It is that identical scoreline, 9-3 at the half, but this time, Giants are the one that have to fight back.
Oh, it's certainly going to be an uphill battle for this squad.
9-3. Apakah comeback manis?
It's not the easiest to make happen, and for the side of EDG, they've got to be feeling
defending Kengkeng pakai OP kayaknya menang Kengkeng.
Across the stage, they talk their smack, and now they pay the price. Let's hear from Smoggy, who we actually spoke to a little bit earlier about this.
他后面我们拿到11分的时候，他们就是一直在打我们的 B 点嘛。然后我们5个人就一起在想办法怎么接那个 B 点，或者是怎么守那个 B 点，就各种方法都想过了，但是还是有点接不住。我们心态其实还是挺平稳的，因为确实我们之前打这张地图就总是打加时嘛，就是其实也打惯了，然后我们心态也挺平静的吧，就是我们就是一直在想怎么去防住他们，我们只能专注于比赛。如果我们去想了其他事情的话，感觉就会打不好。其实我状态算比昨天好一些了吧，但是还是他们给了机会，我还是自己没有抓住，我觉得一般吧。
He's going to prod, but he's going to get pushed. I mean, Forsaken's round the corner with the flash from something. Both of them being used. No way! What is that from Odom? 3 straight down. How have they all lined up?
就是我觉得在来到了 LA， 我觉得有这么多观众会支持我们，然后氛围也那么好，我们真的很开心很高兴，然后也有那么多人支持我们。只是来了 LA 以后的状态不是很好，就是可能观赛感比较差一点吧。我们打败者组，不管是我们是第一天打的那个小组赛第1把，或者是第2把，或者是第3把，我们其实心态都是一样的，因为我们都是抱着来赢比赛的心态。就算是最后1把，我们也不会有什么压力啊，或者是就是不敢去操作，我们该操作该去打，照样也会去打。
Well, it's time for the battle to begin for half number 2 of Split. Giants map pick, the next up, the one that they don't play. It's certainly looking a little shaky with 3 rounds on the board. But now, Giants will mount their attack side. This is the side that EDG wanted to start on. Maybe setting their own pace will give them some benefit. I mean, if you think about what EDG were doing to them last half, a lot of it was them getting behind them. That shouldn't be as easy now.
Yeah, as we mentioned, Giants have done this before, but last time it was at the beginning of the map, and now they desperately need themselves the pistol. An instant stun straight through, and it's going to be the trades back. Cloud's done incredible work, but Chichu matches him pound for pound. Straight through, it's an awkward fight, and actually Smoggy's there to save the day. Hoodie left in the corner.
10-3, udahlah cok ya, ente lah ya. Giant T-nya ente.
Map advantage.
Unbelievable. Double digits found within the first 13 rounds played.
Giant NT-nya nice try.
Of EDG showing no signs of stopping or slowing down. I wonder if we'll even see Giants come through with a force buy, try to roll the dice right here and now. It's not easy on the attack though. They might just have to take this to 11-3.
Nice try, yeah,
No good options realistically. And as we come back into the game, we can see, yeah, it's a few sheriffs, but for the most part, they're competing for the 11-3 scoreline.
Well, T1 learnt at Masters Tokyo that you don't want to play EDG a second time. First time, a close series, a battle. T1 ended up winning. The second time, they got blasted, and that's exactly what's happening here. Rhyme will at least manage to get one, but Karkan is styling. His 3rd kill of the round, 11-3 in the lead. And if it doesn't start now for Giants, it doesn't start at all.
Yeah, this will be the beginning of the end if it's not the beginning of the comeback. Although I'd say the beginning of the end might have been a while ago.
Yeah, this is the end of the end.
Exactly, the conclusion. And now no matter what you think about that next map up, whether it was a trap placed by Giants a year of...
Trap. If it's not a trap, this might be the most dominant series of the tournament.
Even if it is a trap, even if this was their whole plan, realistically,
kosong A-nya, kau bayangin lah.
This is the one they've been.
Kau bayangin lah, A-nya kosong.
Well, it hasn't started out even in the second half the way they
wanted.
Time for a final stand on the side of Giants. Haodong already on the site. Spectre in hand, close range fight, but Vitinho wins it. Giants with a much needed opening and a plan secured.
Yeah, this is a round that should be utterly impossible to lose. I know that the majority of players are in towards heaven. They're the ones with the rifles for Nuke. Well, just like the first half, he's getting caught off. That gives nobody a gun, and that's not what you want to be doing on this map. The judge jumping in. They are tagged up as well. They're very tagged up. There's a very real chance.
What the
wrong with Karkan at the helm?
That's got to be it for the side of Giants. Mentally boomed at this point. 12-3 down, 9 in a row needed. Plays like that being pulled out.
Go next.
Go next is the only solution.
They were in a 5v4 after plant. They had all the rifles. Their opponents were coming in with a judge, a stinger, like
everyone was low as well. Obliterated. Everybody on the side of EDG, bar Can was low. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And you can see it. The body language says it all on the side of Giants. They're already thinking about Fracture, and to be honest, I don't imagine they're thinking about that with a smile on their face.
Yeah, I hope they've got one hell of a pep talk coming, because this is it's been fun for the crowd, the EDG fans, but I'm sure for Giants this has been one of the worst experiences of their lives so far. 12-3. You just, at any second, you just feel like it could just pop ahead. But they have been making their way through. Again, going for this A-site dive. They've sectioned off nobody. And actually, Karkan, he's just going to pop the showstopper. He's going to track him through. I thought for a second he was going to land and hit that shot, but Hoodie has thankfully put him down.
Yeah, it was damn close as well. Run that back 10 more times. With it being him, I believe he'll hit it.
I think running back
10 out of 10. Oh, here's the drop. Shot good to start with, but nobody's only able for one. Nukia can't catch them off guard, though. He's lost his life. They've lost the sight of B. Giants are taking it all the way around the world and looking to plant this, leaving Rhyme to cut off those rotations.
They're not rotating that way.
That's mad, actually. They're going through the attacker spawn.
All 3 players are going to be going through the spawn. You just don't see teams doing this. The Seekers, though invested, will give that away. So they should know, with all of them going in the other direction, they could have still been rotating through mid, but just look at the setup. Stun ready, Cloud on the corner. This should at least be one thing. Then the stun in response, Cloud taking over, giving them that lifeline. It's left on to Chichu, and he won't be able to do it. Cloud gets his 4th kill of the round and a 4th round for Giants as well.
Another lease at life. Only 8 in a row needed. That's not too much on the attack side, is it?
Yeah, especially with just some of the players going missing. Nukia on 2 kills right now. He's normally someone that is reliable for this squad.
Yep.
Has been throughout the majority of the season, but what a time to go missing.
The reality is, you know, even thinking about how dominant of a first half the side of EDG had, they did not manage 8 in a row. There was still that interruption of a round, and you have to think that will come through eventually. But this defensive side, between ultis and opportunities, between Concon just destroying people, yeah, he's going to have a multi-kill to close the game within the next 8. I'd put money on it.
Oh, nak main kah sudah Jos?
He apologized for his smack talk the other day, but I hope he's got a little bit more in him after this one. I'll be honest with you. I want to hear some fighting words, because right now...
Tadi kalau main ML,
well,
mau aku
Giants
main
are
sama
definitely
mereka
going to be
main ML.
regretting
Tapi aku rebahan, nggak
calling
stream.
their opponents overrated. Because I don't know
Tapi
what that
si
says about
Owinya mau
everybody
main
else.
Valo.
It is going to be that after plant again,
skip
but
dulu
look
main
at the
Valo, cok,
response.
capek.
Everybody from EDG is
Ketemu
here.
orang besok,
Yeah, they're
oke,
ready.
hati-hati,
Their
Om.
utilities prime, Tiger already through. Oh, just a dry peek at a Concon. He's already down. Smoggy follows through, much of the same.
Nice.
And it's Cloud in back-to-back rounds.
Absen.
Bringing life into this Giant squad. Great damage done. He'll fall. Nobody starts to have an answer. But look at the damage on Haodong from earlier on. He should be easily dropped on the way through, with Chichu having to do it all, and indeed a blind shot in the smoke. Chichu, 2 opponents, no reload though. Goes out with a classic in hand. A brave move, but they have plenty more chances to try and close this one out. That's 12-5, 7 more for the side of Giants.
Yeah, a couple of big rounds back-to-back from Cloud. Even though this has been a very dominant game so far individually, he's up there, 17 and 13. Been having a decent game, but he's going to have to, again, probably break a 30 bomb for them to even be remotely close, unless we can start to see some of the other Giants players come alive in this match. For now, though, I'm looking at a split.
Apa iya di comeback?
Now that's
Mustahil, Om.
a rarity.
How you feeling, Vanity?
Mustahil, Om. Tapi kalau aku lihat EDG lagi pede banget kan, jadi mainnya udah nggak santai lagi. Mainnya udah terlalu pede karena skor yang ketinggalan jauh. Jadi EDG mainnya kayak nggak respect gitu, mainnya lari-lari terus gitu, kayak terlalu main cepet.
And is now looking to utilize it, swapped over to a Bulldog trader. And he'll get a kill for his trouble with Chichu. And himself still standing strong, no spike planted. Giants could even take this in the other direction. Rotation time would take quite a while. Maybe they just pump the brakes and wait.
Yeah, they've got a minute on the clock. And the fact is, if they wait long enough, they can pick up the orb, Seekers for Cloud. It would likely give things away. Smoggy is going to go swinging into a firing squad. Somehow comes out of that the better. They were patiently waiting.
It's buying time. They're healing. They're focused forward on this madman who's making noise, but up behind them, here he comes. It's Chichu, cutting down the numbers of Giants further, and that advantage now sits neck and neck with Cloud on 10 HP. We could be just moments away from the first map falling into EDG's pocket. Chichu's caught on the box, but they're not chasing him, thankfully. That could have been a bit awkward. Instead, he's actually got a quicker rotation than he would have. Up behind them in the vents, Rhyme's heard it. Rhyme is the only guy that's even close to full HP. 99, no shields, and they're coming together looking to trade. Wall up will block him out initially. but he's not really able to help out. That's why Cloud just abandons the site, and they'll run this crossfire late into the round.
Masih ada waktu banyak, mereka mainnya.
That timing, they might have even seen him. They might have an idea where he is. He'll get the first, but not the second. And now 10 HP. One knife from Smoggy will close it, but Cloud saves them yet again.
Mainnya terlalu gerusak-gerusuk.
Genuinely, game would have been over a few rounds ago if it wasn't for Cloud. The fact is, it's even got to the point where EDG are going to take a pause. 3 rounds in a row, yeah, they need to do quite a bit more than that. Double it, in fact. They need 6 in a row to even level things up once again. But I like the fact that EDG, they're going to take that moment. They're going to go, okay, well, we know what happened last time. We know that this was an incredibly attack-sided map when both these teams played it. Obviously, you'd have that expectation that somebody on that defender side would be able to get it over the line, but they don't want to let it get that far. They don't want to allow their opponents even any sort of space or wiggle room to get back into this map.
Yeah, I think there's absolutely no shame in taking a pause like this. You got 6 rounds in a row for your opponents. Better make sure that you come in with the best game plan possible for all 6 of those. Plenty opportunities to close it out, but we've seen teams slip up in those positions before. EDG want to get ahead of that curve, and you want to respect them for it. Maybe discussing how many Odins they want in the next round.
I'm hoping 0.
Oh, what was that, Vandy? 3, he said, across the stage. So, well, I'm not sure. But yeah, Giants have something decent to work with as well. Showstopper, 2 low impact ults as well, backing it up. Hoodie and Nuke, you probably won't be changing the game with those. But we've already seen the impact that a well-placed Showstopper from Fatinho can have.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. Yeah, no odds for the other side. You'd have to put this round in the favor of Giants, which, again, we haven't said that much throughout this map so far. Again, we're going to see this early stack up, and I would almost expect a potential rotation. Nobody, yeah, he's already pushing up deep, even after getting the information off his guiding light, the flash. But it is very patient at the moment from Giants. They're expecting some sort of play, especially after a pause. You kind of look towards your opponent to see what they're going to be doing in this round. The fact is, though, other than the slight bait play over on the B site, it's somewhat the same.
They've been, as you said, incredibly patient on this defensive side, starting out this round. Now,
wow.
Maybe they'll get the reward for it if they can dodge. No, that flash has caught one. Fatinho knows where he is. Chichu down, nobody still to be dealt with. They know the flash went off earlier, that it should be around here somewhere. They weren't ready for Concon to go through, and now nobody strikes, but it's a little bit of a whiff. It's not quite lining up, and it looks like the side of EDG might have to do it in the next, because they're not really in a position here.
He's still going for it. He believes in himself, and I can see why. Already managing to clear out Cloud. Smoggy up top is going to put it into a 1v2. And this is the man you'd want in that scenario, but both players up above. A flash ready. Dodges it! What? Truly unbelievable!
With 11 HP left as well. 13-6 EDG.
It was a rebel clutch, by the way, just in case you're wondering. That was a rebel clutch. I don't know if you saw it.
Was it? Was it a 1v6?
It was a rebel clutch. I've said it 3 times. There you go, sponsors, if you needed it. But that... oh my God. There is a reason why we talk about this man in such high regard. Why he is not only the present...
Insane anjing ini orang. Insane!
You just don't get players like this. You just don't. Once in a lifetime clutch, and he seems to do it every single game, blinded or dodging it, and every single time you'll watch that today. Incredible stuff. EDG, after an overtime loss on this map last time out, have just
udah tua anjing playernya ini.
Obliterated them.
Playernya Giant udah tua-tua semua, Cok. Udah old mechanic, Cok. Jadi kurang lah menurutku. Melihat muka-muka mereka tua semua tuh. Udah bapak-bapak punya anak.
When you play an actual ranked game, it's 50 minutes, but how much are you actually shooting? With AimLabs, you can compete in over 1,000 tasks that will prepare you for any scenario in any game. So the new ranked season, you play, you get points, you can compare yourself.
Jadi second mapnya ditonton kah atau nggak usah tidur kah kita? Atau kita tonton second mapnya bro?
Crosshair placement, better peak efficiency. You can also instantly modify existing tasks with Discovery. Get started today by downloading the AimLabs for free and join millions of other satisfied players.
Aku nonton kayaknya. Nonton nggak kita?
Bringing in a new roommate to save money, is that the plan?
Well, we gotta find some way to save, so say hi to Glenn from work.
Hey, that's my mom.
Yeah, I think I have a much better plan. We switched to my plan from Verizon for just $25 per line.
And that price is guaranteed for 3 years.
All on the network we can count on.
It's a good plan.
It is a good plan. Glenn, looks like we're not gonna be needing you, so I'll see you at work.
Oh, later, Glenn.
Save big with my plan, starting at just $25 when you bring your own phones. Guaranteed for 3 years. It's your Verizon.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Three minutes. 3 menit.
Wall, stupid. Man, why you wall that?
Boy, toxic ya temanku.
Dia wall apa anjing? Kamu off lah.
Belum nonton map 2.
Anjay, kamu nonton jetnya Kangkang kan?
Kangkang pakai res barusan. Ngeri cowok, clutch-nya cowok. Kau gila kau.
Kamu nonton jet Kangkang di sini kan?
Anjing.
Kenapa aku di-stun temanku sendiri nih? Mancing di garage baru ambil OP untuk ini Lau. Lau mau nonton aku main nggak?
Aku lagi nonton VCT, gimana nonton kau anjing?
Oh sudah map 2 sudah nyala.
Iya, 40 detik lagi.
Bagus habis ini kita nobar yuk. Mau nobar gak tuh?
Ayolah.
Nobar PCT tuh. Tom nonton Keng map apa lo? Map 2 ya?
Apa tadi ya? Wah, cocok.
Pro belum mulai, sudah mulai kan belum?
Ntar
Lagi rehat kan?
10 detik.
10 detik lagi mulai ya?
Iya.
Oh my god. Map 1 split, map 2 Lotus maybe Heaven.
Thank you so much, Chibi. Yeah, I'm standing by with after
Anjing,
coach
dia
of
balik
EDG
pintu
after a
situ.
massive win, and then Iris is going to be helping us with the translation as well.
Jelek
After
banget
one
ya,
win away from playoffs, are there any
jelek banget ya
adjustments you
anjing.
feel like you need
Tempat
to make
sembunyi ya.
heading into the second map?
Bangsat.
现在距离季后赛
哦
只有一步之遥了，只需要拿下这张地图
Hai
就可以
tayo
了。
Om.
所以你觉得说，针对图二还有什么
Jangan
需要
aku
做
di
调
stun
整吗
kan.
我们已经准备好迎接胜利。
？We are ready for the victory.
Best of luck to you in the second map. Back to you, Chibi.
Wow, they are ready for the victory. And here, of course, is just absolute shenanigans. I guess you are ready for the victory when Concon's hitting shots like that. Look at this. I can't even...
That first shot was ridiculous.
I can't even shoot the Vandal straight.
Rhyme should definitely get that kill, but that first shot was ridiculous. I don't think you're really expecting to need to. It was like a fighting game character at that point, bro.
Sneaky vaudevillain. Oh my. So EDG walks away with Giants map pick of Split, and they do so in nearly dominant fashion. There was a moment there the Giants were trying to will their way back into the game, but let's be honest, the long crawl was going to take a long time for them to accomplish that. I'm Golden Boy, of course, with Vanity and Bala as we look to break everything down. And let's just jump right into it and give some love, though, to Giants, because it's our Verizon high-speed moment of the match. And it's Patino with the 3K, which we did talk about this, Vanity, in the pre-show. We said that the way that they get these rounds, I don't even know how that rocket hit the guy.
How does that kill the third guy?
It must have been like 10 HP.
Yeah, 100%.
It had to have been. It had to have been like a mouse fart would have killed that guy. That's the only way that would have gone around that.
I don't get the radius there, but okay, sure. Patino, you got it.
Because didn't we also see a Raze rocket that landed in front of someone's feet and they didn't die? I'm pretty sure I saw
Every
that.
day,
Probably multiple times per day, actually.
Every single one of my ranked games, ever.
It's actually happening to someone right now. As we
It
speak.
probably is.
What are the chances?
Somebody's got their laptop out.
Just playing. It's actually Mimi out in the crowd just playing over the side. But wow, what a game that was for EDG. They walk away with that first win, and you heard Coach after say, Vanity, they're just going to try and win the whole damn thing. They are very confident here. Do you think they have a reason to be?
I mean, they look significantly better than Giants in that map, and that was Giants' like bread and butter pick in the first series.
Yeah.
So I think that logically this should be a 2-0, but you know, anything can happen. Maybe Giants. Nookie also usually doesn't have that bad of games, so I'm looking at him to step up.
What was his? It was like what, 4 and something,
I think he ended 4 and 17. It wouldn't surprise me if that's like the worst map he's ever played, and I don't think that's gonna happen again.
Yeah, we were watching him like consistently have 2 targets in front of him who was stunned, and he wasn't able to finish him off, and that's not characteristic with Nookie at all. And he also wasn't having the same impact that he would have with his utility as Cypher, where he gets a lot of information. EDG, anytime they ask for something from Giants, they got it. He's like, can I get a rep? Yeah, sure, you can have it. Like, no worries.
I got you, bro. Come on in. Here we go. Water's
Belum, habis nih cowok lau.
Let's go ahead though and go to our aim lab shoot around here. Check
Pakai ini aja nanti lau YouTube yang apa watch together dulu biar HD.
Well, it gives us more opportunity to talk about EDG obviously as they get ready for this next one. We're going to Fracture for map 2, which is going to be quite perplexing to see how this pans out. And honestly, if nobody in the rest of EDG are hitting the way that they're hitting Bala, it is going to be a Herculean effort for Giants to come
and
back.
for reference, I said this before we got into map 1, but the map veto for this one, Giants last time they banned Fracture. Last time they played this series, they banned Fracture. So EDG instantly pounces on this. And sure, they didn't win against Paper X, but that's a map that EDG we've seen before, how explosive they can be on that map.
I definitely think that this is never like a map Giants has leaned on. The only reason they didn't ban it against Crew as well was because Crew is permanent.
Pilihan siapa nih?
So they took the coin flip. I think this could be a potential fast 2-0. I hope it's not, but I don't think this is a map that Giants have a lot of practice on, at least on a big stage.
And when I was expecting the beginning of the series, I was like, okay, it's going to be overtime again. We're going to have Patino crazy rounds. I started eating my lunch. They didn't even let me finish my lunch, man.
Yeah,
it's
no,
ridiculous.
they said, screw your lunch, Bala. Get back to work. I totally get it, man. It's wild how EDG just kind of came out of the gate all guns swinging, all fist swinging, arm swinging, guns shooting. Everything was working out for them. But here we go. As we see the competition that Giants are going to bring out over here, really just going to...
the Sova comp.
Yeah, it's the Sova comp, and really just hoping as well that Patino is just going to be that door opener for them as well.
Yeah, this one relies on a lot of ult coordination. We've seen it from EG, we've seen it from Fnatic at this point, we've seen it from teams like NRG. There's a lot of material out there to copy, but it is really hard to execute. You have to have really good Sova util from Cloud here, and also in combination with Rhyme too. And I wasn't exactly impressed, even though I said he was underrated at the beginning of this.
I mean, if you look at the map stats, right, they play this once, not this comp.
But I do think this comp is really strong, and I think that Giants is a team that does get a lot out of their ultimates, so that this is a comp that should lean into their strengths.
Yeah, we have seen the coordination from Giants in the past,
Iya,
so
kalau
that's why
dipin
this
sama
should
Giant, iya.
technically work out for them.
Takut, Cok.
Technically, sometimes
Giant
it
takut,
doesn't work
Cok.
too well
EDG
when
main
you
di
have players on EDG just taking wild shots like what we saw at the end of that game. So honestly, for all we know, this could very well be a 2-0, but for Giants, they're going to have to do everything in their power to force this to map 3. Let's send it back over to Mitch and Tom for the call. Gentlemen, have fun.
Thank you so much, Golden Boy, and our analyst desk. This map has a lot of question marks around it. You know what? We might even have undersold it. This is a map that Giants have never played. We've said it before on the cast, but the fact that we have Vitinho on Giants a long, long time ago up against Koi, it was a different roster. It had a Turkish player, Russ, in there so long ago. And now they come in, just Vitinho with a memory of this map. I am very curious. I thought we'd get some like super spicy comp, Tom, but it looks like they're going with something pretty acceptable.
Yeah, the funny thing as well is they're coming in with this literally as the last ditch effort. If they lose this map, they are out of the tournament. They head out in groups, and if EDG make it as the first Chinese team to make it to playoffs of champions, it would be a storyline in itself. Now they are sat very passively, maybe expecting a Sky Flash to come through at the beginning of the round. Now, one of the main things that Paperex were able to pressure onto was dish control. They constantly went to dish. So Giants have gone, let's go dish. And look where the majority of players are watching. They have a stun and Khan ready. They're already taking contact, but he's had to fall off.
Not terrible, though. They've stalled them. They've got the information. This will send Giants scrambling. Where they want to take it, we don't know, but they've given up control all across the map. But I think EDG were aware of their weakness being dish. The fact that they send a Tiger south side, clear it out, and now late in the round, they send nobody to clear out this same space. So he's got this on lockdown, and Giants are very much put in a box. The problem is, EDG think that it's the B side that they're moving towards, that they'll go to arcade. That's not the case, and we're about to see Khan with all the pressure on him.
Even when you don't go dish, you actually end up going dish. Like they have waited out the time. The smoke, though, to delay. The counters on the other side, and Khan ready and waiting to receive. Well, I say that, Haodong might actually be the first point again. It is just a mowdown. Even attempting to go for a knife. Brahim somehow manages to get a multi-frag, but the adaptations from EDG already showing on the map of Fracture from their last time out. And Giants, well, I hope they had more of a plan than that.
That's it. I think EDG just got ahead of it yet again. You see the drone go out, clearing space, but then by the time they actually make it out of dish, all of the space that drone has cleared is now occupied. There's players there, and they're not ready for it. Jumping head first into a meat grinder. Giants have not found success. And with another pistol going the way of EDG, that's a strong start to the map. Potentially ahead of them. Giants, you can see, are not investing anything. They're playing this as a super light buy.
Nuke is just going to have the sheriff.
Mundur langsung semua,
like
keng-keng di
seems to be
situ
their
kan.
eco purchase, one sheriff. And then they just go with classics on the rest of the players, gives them a chance to maybe win a long-range fight if it comes. And, well, there you go. Sheriff at least getting one. The classics also overwhelming. Nobody. Haodong, well, again, putting these smokes up close, but it's just going to be the trades. Giants doing an incredible job here. Chichu, this is risky. He's going to go through the smoke and only manages to get one. Seemed a little bit of an overpace and overplay, but I guess when you got this man around, you can take a risk.
It's the thing, though. He's going to have to do this with the Marshall now. Listen, he just needs a body shot on each of these players, and they're going down. No shields to work with. There's the first!
Holy shit! Holy shit! Sayang banget, Cok.
They might lose the pistol. They might invest nothing in the second, but Giants still walk away with it neck and neck.
Yeah, that's about as much of a MasterCard thrifty as you can get. Like, just investing into one sheriff and then managing to almost just death ball over their opponents. As said, like, this defensive side for EDG last time out was rough. And Giants managing to break back this early, trade so effectively, and okay, sure, it still came close in the end, but they're now going to come in with a huge boost in economy. Rifles across the board, and on the other side of things, well, they have a few sheriffs of their own.
Such a wonderful sheriff. A little Viper sitting inside of it. bought it by accident. I thought it was a classic. It's kind of ruined my day. There's 2 minutes left in this store, so you know these things happen. But yeah, it's mostly pistols for EDG, and although Giants had a lot of success with them, you have to think that that won't be all too common in this map. So already Howdong's found one, but it's just one, Tom. Just one kill is okay. Anything else I would be certainly surprised with. Howdong, though, has now got a rifle, and Smoggy's picking up a headshot. This could get seriously costly. He's going to go in for the reload despite his low HP. He definitely wants another fight.
Yeah, much safer plant this time. A position where he really can't find anything from, and Cloud continuing his form from the last map. They're going to give Giants the lead. It's been a while. Well, actually, I say it's been a while. I haven't said that this series.
Yeah, exactly. It has been a few days since they've experienced that. And
versus Crew.
You said about Cloud, right? He was the only player winning clutches on the side of Giants. He kept them alive for at least 3 of those rounds that we saw won over on Split. That's 3 out of 6, so you definitely want to see him popping off if Giants are to have a chance.
Yeah, I've always been a big fan of his Sova as well, even dating back to when he was on Na'Vi. He was very good at playing this agent, and Bala talking about the combination of ults. I think that's something that, even you look at one of the rounds they won in the last map, Giants are very good at that. You'd hope that, as said, I don't think they're coming into this map blind. Clearly a lot of prep has gone in. And for now, at least, with the buy now on the board for EDG, they're going to contact in onto this B site. A lurk, of course, in the north side, and just clearing some of that utility as they go. But after baiting out the Brimmy smokes, probably just going to pause for the moment.
I've always been a big fan of Cloud, even though he might be one of those Sovas that doesn't run the Odin. We can look past it in his case. Maybe I've just had to from all those EMEA matches, but see how they get on, how they fare up against the rifles of EDG. Southside control, as we said, you know, Dish was definitely the weakness. Main control was not. EDG were able to repel a lot of these pushes in previous games. And it's Concon who's going to have to do it to begin. Flash up, not caught him. He's already ahead of them. They're clearing the corner, but a little late. He'll still get a double for his trouble, and now come more. The teammates flooding the site. And EDG fighting strong in this round. It's only Nukia left in a 1v4.
Yeah, and the thing is, obviously taking the orb is vital for him getting close to his ult in the next round. But they know exactly where he is, completely surrounded as well, locked in with Chichu behind him. For him, any damage would be nice. Taking out any of these players remaining, first goes his way, making things more costly, but as said, escaping this one. I don't think he's going to be expecting the player behind, and EDG are going to keep this one relatively clean as they break back onto the board.
And it might not have been the round where Giants put everything, but they had a good full buy. It wasn't too many weaknesses really to report back on. I think in the next round you might see someone going a little lighter, but for the most part, this is just well handled by EDG. Good point of contact, and Concon up in the corner, able to catch him off guard, pick up a double. And that's the thing about this guy. There's a lot of players who would get everything right up until that fight goes down. And then the first kill is found maybe, but the follow through, not often. And it was Cloud that was taken down as well, a man that's already shown his individual prowess.
Oh, a Judge and a Blade Storm for Concon in this round. It's one of the deadliest combinations. Nobody just runs straight out. I love the confidence on this man, but that's a little bit ridiculous. Maybe expecting off the flash, he didn't quite get the information that he wanted and just goes sprinting in. Maybe it's a sacrifice so that Concon can thrive, but whatever it is, it's ended up in a bit of a weird scenario. Ults as well, just look across that board right now for Giants. Lockdown Rolling Thunder. And actually, it's not going to be them popping any of them first. This is the orbital strike to clear and buy time for this man.
That's what it's all about, and he spotted one as well. The information good. Someone's got to check it eventually, but not in time. He's got 2 already, and now causing havoc up behind. They don't know he's going to judge the dash in. It's ambitious, and it won't work out this time, but I think he might have done enough. He spotted most of the players, only Killjoy left in the unknown. And the Rolling Thunder avoided by most of the squad. 2 players still close by. The stun, though, that's going to stop them from helping out, but the pressure isn't applied. It's a little delayed on the side of Giants. When they make it out, all these players are able to fight again. The stuns have subsided, and now the 2v1. Cloud having to find both, and he'll find none.
It just feels like right now EDG have their number. These flanks coming through every single time. You have Nuke basically holding on to one entire side of the map, and every single time it does feel like EDG are managing to find that gap. But I mentioned it sort of jokingly that maybe nobody made a sacrifice so that Kankan could make that push, but it actually did work because he could clear the fact that there wasn't the Killjoy utility on that side of the map, and he was able to walk up behind. It's a ridiculous way for that to work, but it did work.
Go check if I can flank.
Yeah.
You want me to flash?
Yeah,
No,
you
that's
go
not what I
dive, so
said.
I can see if I can flank, but that is, yeah, one hell of a round. And again, you're going to have those ultimates still available. Orbital Strike. They threw in an ult just to buy time as well. That was all that Orbital Strike was used for. And when you bear in mind, there was a lockdown.
Hey, happy birthday.
There was a lockdown on the other side of the map. So they could have just used the lockdown instead. There wouldn't have been anything to counter it anymore. It truly is just EDG getting the reads. Absolutely perfect. Now 3-2 in the lead. Operator going to be on the board as well for Kankan, but the fact is, it's back to pistols for Giants once again.
That's it. The struggles will start to show. The side of Giants needing this timeout. They're coming in, sure some ultis, but it's sheriffs across the board. Now look, they've already had quite a resounding success when it came to classics and one sheriff. A bit more firepower to back it up this time, and even Cloud toying with the idea of taking a Marshall. I'm a big fan of, like, if you're going to take 5 sheriffs, that little bit extra being put into a Marshall can help your buddies out a lot. They're not going to do it by the looks of things.
Look at the supportive utility that's about to go down to set this man up for an opener. And he ain't gonna miss it. Through the wall, Hoodie's lost his head. Well, now they just fall back. Happy with what they've managed to start with. That operator did take quite a bit of damage. Kankan having to be healed up, but that's why he had the support to begin with.
That's an awkward fight. Nukia will just about get out of there. 11 health left. Giving him another shot. It'll have to be a headshot that he finds. And for Giants, they're playing it nice and passive, but they're not going to be spotted. The Tasmanian Tiger not put out just yet. So they'll be playing blind on info later into the round. Edward starting a bit of a shift. You can see Haodong moving towards the A site, but they have it all locked down with Killjoy utility. So the second contact is spotted over here, the rotations are back through. And the Tiger, no, the Flash, in fact, about to come in. Fatinho almost caught him with the blast pack over, but he missed his way up top, and now the rest of the squad will crumble. Rhyme on for 1, but he needs, there's so much more to even do damage to this squad. That is a solid 4th round.
EDG menang sih,
Only one player dropped in the forward. Nobody, and other than that, they keep things nice and clean once again. Finance is really starting to build with Chichu hitting around that 7,000 credits mark.
Ya, 13-9 atau 13-10 lah. 13 EDG.
Still, those
EDG
ultimates
menang
for
sih
the
ini.
prior rounds are sat online, and Fatinho
13-9 atau 13-10 gitu.
deadly quiet so far. He was an absolute thrill to watch in that first match. Incredible when he faced versus EDG and crew for that matter.
13-7 EDG menang 13.
You have to start to wonder if the pressure is getting to the star duelist, because right now he is not in the form they would be hoping for.
Nobody is insane. This guy's aggression in the early rounds is scary. And with them already pushing up Dish together, EDG have a lot of control. The problem is that lockdown, it gives away what they already know. This squad is on south side and looking to move into the B side.
They've got one of their own. Chichu. Yeah, he's going to be within it. I think just wanting to almost place the lockdown the second he is able to. Not going to find anything as well, and that start is not good. Nuke down. Now the counter lockdown in play, and Fatinho even being forced off by utility. Desperately trying to find the counter, and the orbital strike will be just that. They're going to hold on to their control at least.
Rolling Thunder's used up though. EDG are not giving up just yet. They want a few more fights, and Giants will give it to them. Cloud on the first and the second. This man has shown up for Giants all series long. He's been one of the main points to look at, but now down. The round is lost. Edward Gaming giving them next to no space, no quarter, and no rounds. 5-2. And this is starting to get reminiscent of that previous map, Tom, if we see Edward run away with it.
Yeah, they seem just so ready for everything that Giants are going to throw at them. They're with the lockdown, they collect the orb, they even get one player detained just because they know they have the cover of it and that he'll be in a position to place his lockdown immediately. They're ready for anything to be used on the other side, any peek, any aggression, and because of that, it means they come down to individuals, basically. Can Cloud get a multi-frag?
Yeah.
It's just not what you want to be seeing from Giants.
Yeah, he did, but that's all they got.
That's true. Showstopper is the only ult remaining. Everything else has been expended over the last couple of rounds for Giants, and oh, they haven't got any rounds for it. Now, maybe looking to pick up the pace.
Well, they most certainly are, but it's not helping them, at least not to start. Again, the knight in shining armor for the Giants squad has been taken down. And look at the damage on the back of it. Vitinho and Ryan both solo! And Hoodie being taken down in, frankly, unbelievable fashion. So far on the side of Giants. And they put everything into this round. What a devastating result for this squad. A map that they never play. They might wish they never played it.
Yeah, they might have wanted to keep it that way. The map they banned of Pearl, I honestly think just the other day, maybe looking like a much brighter chance. I also think that genuinely, Kankan is teaching the devs about their own weapons at this point, because I don't think the operator is supposed to work like that.
No, this guy is cold. Unbelievable. I think he was just mimicking his actions on the stage in one of our first days.
30 seconds left.
Ain't no scope to be used sometimes. 83 HP on these remaining attackers, and they have been patient. You give them that. They've been very patient.
Yeah, they're just saving. They just want to hold on to the weapons for the next round, but like if you're on the EDG side, why would you allow them to? You have got the finances to throw players into the wind. If you manage to take out a gun or two, it is wholeheartedly worth it.
Rhymes already
you have to hope that, yeah, Vitinho's not getting anything. They make it look easy. A Prime Gaming flawless in round number 8 as they take the lead 6-2, taking big strides towards that playoff stage where, as said, no Chinese roster has ever been before. And at this point, you almost have to believe they're going to be doing it. Giants yet to show up on the stage today.
It's funny to see him hit a shot like that and then just act so calm. Just the fist bumps. Oh, good job, guys.
It on the daily.
Everything went according to plan. Well done.
Hey, after the clutch at the end of the last map, that was mid.
That was nothing. Yeah.
Giant, T-nya time.
What a series from this guy. What a series from Edward Gaming so far. We're in the same boat. It's starting to feel like deja vu. Giants had that little spark in round 2 where they fought back with one Sheriff in Classics. They won their 3rd round, as they should. But now they're in the same spot, trailing their opponents. Just that one memory of a decent round or 2, and they're out of timeouts with this one here. It's almost the same.
Yeah, just having to almost burn through them. Give that opportunity for Pipson to even just try and, I think, level the nerves a bit. It doesn't look like the Giants of old, and sure, EDG have been playing a fantastic game, but it has to be said that some of the stars on that side have gone missing. Nuke not been there yet. Vitinho quiet as well. To get them online, to get them into a position to do some damage is something that has to be on the cards. But again, finances are not going to allow for it. It's pistols once more and back to pressuring that A site. But wow, there's a Jet main on the other side who's waiting for them.
The drone is heard. It's avoided. And the space taken afterwards.
They're trying to clear where he was before. That's how you know. That's how you know he's in their heads. And he is actually moving back to exactly where he was moments ago. Maybe a little bit lucky to be alive.
Oh,
he's actually going back through the smoke. I don't know how he's come out relatively unscathed. And actually, Hoodie has managed to find the opener on Haodong instead. A lot of their utility now dissipating for Giants. After a successful initial fight, they're going to fall back.
Yeah, they've left Nuki the whole time waiting, and I imagine they thought that just seconds away was nobody rounding the corner so that Nuki could take him down, but that aggression hasn't come out from the side of EDG, maybe in part because of the pistols that they're up against. They're not on the B side either. It's going to be spams through the smoke that have actually caught Vitinho. Chichu doing well to equalize the numbers. Will they allow the plant? No, they won't. Through the box and the smoke. Now it's getting a little bit silly. They planted it safe, at the very least. The man advantage taken out of their hands. The weaponry disadvantage is glaring. And very quickly, that one is closed out by your defenders. Look, Giants do okay to get a plant down, but at this stage, all eyes are on the next round. They have to turn up when they get the rifles in hand, or this series could slip away.
Yeah, and what? I have to say, everybody seems to be performing on EDG, but the highlight for me so far this map, Chichu. Like, just the way he used his utility, he basically placed his nano swarms in the safe plant, so that when Fatinho goes to run there, and the second he pops it, he starts spamming where he'll run back to. He's so aware of every piece of utility that he has placed to just get him free kills. Such an intelligent player. Also 11-2, which, hey, with the way things have been going, it's
like,
insane.
The guy has 11 kills and he's died 2 times so far. It speaks for itself. This is a little bit more aggressive than what we'd seen in the past, but he has support, of course.
Oh, it's a
Breach
bait.
stood here, and he's going to go back, hold that with the operator, cause problems for them on the way through, and allow somebody else to find that damage. Instead, it's Smoggy up behind this box, and they're so focused on him. Will they see him? He got pushed up in the air, the stun goes in, but that is a great rolling thunder from the side of Giants. The rewards being reaped as we
still got one.
Just one. It leaves it in a 1v3. Ronaldo surely cannot win. And he's caught running through the smoke. Another round for Giants. A much needed one.
Yeah.
To be honest, they need some more.
Yeah, no, a big round from them. The Rolling Thunder definitely playing a huge part. Other than that, the bait and switch was a nice idea from EDG, but maybe not the right call in a round with that sort of ultimate online. I also just like the fact that it's a little bit more direct, and in the meantime, you just had Nuclear. I said, he's been very quiet, but starting to wake up, starting to step up. Even just that individual ability of his could make all the difference. As we saw in the last map, a lot of the rounds are few and far between. Can they start to build this into a streak? Well, straight away they're gonna lose Hoodie, and he's gonna escape relatively unscathed.
PD-nya bagus.
He's running it down.
PD-nya bagus.
After the opening pick, that's the least expected thing. Even knowing that it's nobody, this guy is insane. He will run it no matter what, but hold on, Giants are back competing. 30 HP on Cloud, 58 on Nukia. It's certainly not looking pretty. No smokes to play with either, but they see, even then, they're going to put this lockdown into play. They still have to do so much more to actually grab that value because of the smokes. Chichu goes spawn, especially with the brim down. There's no need to stay aggressive.
Getting caught, right? In fact, two of them are just going to take the hit. I wonder if anybody's actually going to push off the back of this. I guess probably expecting that there must be that third player there for them to not even risk it. Nukia's in a great position. He's going to, well, almost give it up by the fact that the alarm bot goes down, just trying to buy as much time as possible, and Chichu has already dropped another. It's whiffy from Fatinho. That was their chance. Both players facing the other way, but he really has not shown up today.
Rada aneh kan mainnya EDG kan, kayak bikin greget gitu.
High pressure matchup with everything on the line. New heights for Giants to reach, and it seems to be getting to them. Out of timeouts within the first couple of rounds. And they wish they could find some more answers. Oh, this is just tragic. Absolutely tragic. Chichu almost ducking under those bullets with the lockdown placement.
Why he's not rocketing?
Yeah, and I think you see it. Earlier on, we saw Pips and had a smile even when they were trailing. Now, though, reality setting in. And EDG are knocking on victory's door before this half even ends.
Oh, the combo is nasty! Hoodie for the second round in the row is immediately dead. It's just ult spam. Everybody trying to find something. Good work from Cloud to put this back into an advantageous spot. Last round of the half, so everything being thrown in. The fact is, though, they've got that man advantage, but let's be real, even that hasn't meant a lot so far in this game.
What?
No shot.
No!
No, Timmy, the turret's gonna give it away!
Gak respect kau lihat. Mainnya mulai sembarangan.
And when I understand now. I've learned how to play. It's ridiculous.
This guy's just insane, honestly. I'd love to just see every round from his perspective. Like 15 seconds in, no contact, I'm running it down, boys. I'll take north side.
He's joined W Gaming. He's
W Gaming.
This is his application for W Gaming.
breading. My goodness. Well, Smoggy, look, it's possible 50 and 75 HP on some players, but this has to be, he has to go nuclear as they come around this corner. Stun through, seems decent. Can't peek with the nade. He's forced back into the corner. Good shot, but that's all it amounts to. And his teammate miles away.
Yeah. But it's the man who closed the last game with an impossible clutch.
Spike planted.
You never doubt Kong Kong until the moment his body hits the floor. A 1 versus 3 to find, and Nuke is going to make sure he doesn't even get a moment's notice. Giants have at least managed to garner themselves a couple of extra rounds, but it is still a tough way back into this game.
Now
it's just so silly watching it back. Nobody down below. But the thing is, again, he finds the reward for those kind of plays time and time again. They're having fun up on this stage in the biggest game.
Di activity.
Pecah harusnya, Wi.
Activity udah 1080 kok.
Nge-lag, Cok, aku, Cok.
Bisa nge-lag? Ini streamingan masing-masing kayak ini jatuhnya.
Nge-lag, Cok.
Nge-lag?
Iya.
Oh. Apa karena kau streaming Twitch juga loh?
Udah nangar. Harusnya klaim di mana?
Klaim apa?
Ini Twitch drop.
And what I talked about pre-map about the ult combinations coming through is actually working in the other favor. EDG is dominating when it comes to that. This Brimble is perfectly positioned to counter Cloud and the entire drop position, and it buys time for Kong Kong to just flank and eventually just basically wrap up the round, which by the way, nobody still walked by themselves.
Kalau main Valorant defense kan anjiran.
Space for Kong Kong to do that.
Maksudnya?
Kalau defense atau nyerang diuntungkan?
Tergantung map sih, ada yang katanya map attacker, ada katanya map defender. Tapi Kangkang aneh, cok, monitornya Kangkang.
Muka cok mereka main-main kayak layar kayak mata mereka cok.
Yeah, he's struggling to find entries. He's taking quite a few, but not as much as he normally is. So you're seeing confidence be lost from that. How many times have you seen Hoodie get comboed or peeking first for some reason, dying? I think he had 4 first deaths. That's the sort of thing that they can't continue doing.
And with the score being 8-4, Giants need these next 2 rounds to even have a chance to get back into this one.
Jadi mereka ini kan monitor kan pasti beda-beda kan orang-orang ini begitu mereka tanding ini mau monitor sendiri. Request monitor ya.
YouTube udah sampai mana, Wi?
Sampai half time tinggal 7 detik.
And well, Tom, I have to ask.
You really want to use that word?
I need to learn how to say it. I'll have some classes with GB after. But the thing is, the Giants right now on the defense, Tom, where are you at? Is there any hope?
They need a pistol. They definitely need a pistol. I don't think there's any question about that. The thing is, it's definitely not going to get any easier because now you have to face off against that force, and there's a lot of utility to be used. I'm looking at Nuke here. He needs to have a great half already.
Itu kan data pasti dari official sudah kasih. Sudah pasti kasih. Pasti manajernya udah kasih
sampai yang rek panitia bilangnya Wi monitor semua sama cok 55-nya cuma semuanya sama harusnya sama yang beda cuma mouse keyboard sama in-ear AIM headset.
Maksudnya kayak misalkan ada yang biasa pakai Benki, ada yang biasa pakai misalkan AOG misalkan AOG
tergantung sponsor. Harusnya Zoe
pastilah harusnya.
As time ticks ever further away, another player comes up and around. Now the last man standing, it's Chichu. The defuse already halfway. The smoke blinding him, and he might not get a chance to grind. And even the body block was not enough. A Red Bull clutch for Chichu.
And Giants' hope seems to be
Zoe
going
semua
down the
iya.
drain.
Zoe semua 360 Hz.
Oh, kok nge-lag kayak karena kalau lagi live ke aku kayaknya loh. Kalau lagi share screen bro. Cakep ya Cico. Gila nih Cico men.
Or in the after plant, Chichu has been phenomenal.
Peripeler sendiri-sendiri ya. Mouse, keyboard, in-ear, headset itu sendiri-sendiri. Headphone sama semua. Headphone cuma buat comms.
Can they do something with these pistols once again?
Oh, guys,
It's once
biar
more
TB,
solo
Cok.
sheriff classics. Oh, the sheriff's at least got one.
Yeah, Cloud was actually
Tapi tembus,
Fair
baju.
play. Being able to adjust in time. Damage is also being done onto this man here who's looking the wrong way. They walked right past him.
Okay.
That's a justified spam. He had no chance in that fight, yet still he comes out on top. Surely not. After all the rounds we've witnessed.
Iya, Giant agak unlucky sih.
Next to nothing but a few pistols.
Si Cico baru mati 2 kali, Cok.
Reaches a new
Gila.
level. But with Hoodie down, pressure's now on Cloud to find another, and he won't land the shot this time. Now EDG are getting back on the horse.
This is kind of where we expected this round to be, but the shaky start made it look like Giants were going to do it again with the pistols.
Kangkung juga mau kecil, punya rasa bisa nge-wave botol.
It's going to put UK in the grave.
PD-nya
Smoggy
Smoggy kalau
I think he managed to get the spec to back, so now it really does just come down to, can he drop another player? Can he make things that little bit more costly?
Lu sih Cok komentator Indonesia lah.
Smoggy gets this kill too. That's huge. One away from
Nyanyi
Rolling
Cok,
Thunder.
Kangkang
In a very
juga
crucial round.
manusia.
And Rhymes making the call. What I think the call might be is to make them die to Spike. And certainly lose his life to it. And yeah, just denying them access to another orb, which is a good call. As I said, Smoggy picking up that kill. Wouldn't really do much for Rhyme or the side of Giants, but it would help EDG a lot. He'll go down, getting his catch up for the next round, but they are 6 rounds behind on the side of Giants. Keep in mind, they had the side choice. They got to choose attack or defensive start. That shot, truly ridiculous.
Oh.
Look how calm he is.
Grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter that much.
Kangkang nge-wave sih.
10-4. Just like the last map, if Giants are going to fight back into this one, it
Whoop.
really does have to be now. Kangkang only going to be on SMG. How is Fatinho already dead? That just seems absurd. Like, he's gone pushing all the way into Dish and has just hand-delivered them a rifle.
Fatinho's really been having a tough time. He's going in, straight into the sight, dodging the bullets, 35 HP, Kangkang just about alive. The swing through from nobody, not getting them much either. The dropout, Smoggy's gone, that flash didn't delay, and now the spike's down in the open. Giants might have a chance, but with Rhyme gone, everyone else is caught behind smokes. Nukia's flank might be their best chance. And with any look, EDG will be last on that spike that's now down on the ground. They might not have the time or the space to really worry about Nukia. Never mind! The man might not play a role. It's just Chichu left alive. He has the spike though. And he has had a lights out game. 4 deaths on the board so far. Will we add his 5th to the tally? 55 HP, barely holding on. But he's found another kill. And now it's just the 1v1, but Cloud comes out on top this time.
I think that might be the only man in the server who could have actually stopped him. Cloud again has still been just fragging along. He's got 19 kills. Just bear that in mind with the scoreline once again. He's still been able to put up numbers individually, but he's at least managed to take that one over. But again, that was a bonus round.
Apakah 13-7?
That was the round you kind of expect Giants to take cleanly. Instead, they're going to have to come back in with a couple of Guardians themselves, and on the other side of things, an early Rolling Thunder, 2 ults, 1 orb away, which...
Oh, wow, they didn't like that. They didn't like that. Let me tell you, Cloud out here like a villain. But you know what? He might have earned it. Top fragging the server right now, despite the scoreline. Somehow more is required. And I have to say, you know, we've seen the grandfather over in EMEA. We'd seen the father of Valorant. They call him the kings as well over in Spain. Well, Fatinho's the prince, and it looks like he's a while before he gets that crown. Thunder's Fury, good tag, no follow-up. But yeah, Fatinho, you hate to say it, but he's got 2 kills so far in this map, and that's just, you need more than
Coba kasih cepat
The
ya.
prince has been turned into a frog, it seems.
Anjing.
Pretty much so.
Masuk sudah di set. Tetap kok kena one tap, gila kau.
Can't gone out of the mix, and the spam has done a lot of damage. Lockdown even going to be committed here. Even after the damage, it will force the players from Giants actually very far
Ketinggalan
back.
jauh
They
tuh
need to
sama
start
lawan
running right about
detik.
now with Nuclear being lost. This is a problem. They've even put the orbital strike. In fact, they're going to get detained because of it. If they get this kill, it could be over.
Aida.
The idea from EDG, so smart to try and catch them as they rotate out. But this time, Fatinho lands the most crucial shot.
Yeah. If he goes down there, if he stays on 2 kills, that round is done, and Giants might as well start packing their bags. But he's bought them some time, some space, some opportunities. How darn good timing! He's got 2 somehow. His third in the round, but his 4th evades him. Giants again winning the 1v1.
No, I need to see that from Grimes' point of view. The Red Bull clutch for him. He had to kill the player one way and then swing back around the other way. So I think that was actually ridiculous from him as well. Howdong, I think if he's healthier, probably takes that over the line. But Giants, they're clinging to life. And these are the sort of rounds that get you pumped up as well. You can see it from Cloud, from Hoodie. Like, they are getting into the zone a little bit. The difference still 4 rounds, and don't get me wrong, EDG
Nonton di live-nya Lau
still
nggak?
have this map
Tom,
firmly
biar
in
ini,
their favor.
biar sama.
The fact that we're starting to see some of those players come alive gives at least that little bit of extra hope. This round again,
Oh,
it's not going to
enggak,
be the best
live-nya Lau
weapon
yang ini,
rate-wise
yang di
for
Discord.
EDG, but they do have a
Iya
Rolling
cok,
Thunder.
ini cok,
Smoggy's in bottom
gak
right.
respect aja yang
Rolling Thunder in
nobody.
each direction though. They can be
Terlalu
traded out.
pede.
Orbital strike for Hoodie. Here it goes right away. Rolling Thunder's put out. Fatinho able to catch nobody. That's a big kill.
Siapa nge-flash kayak gitu pakai Sky cok?
Trying to sneak up. They're checking it. They're not winning the fight, but the trade is there. Giants maintaining their advantage, and with weaker weapons, well, a close range fight is ideal. That's exactly what's going to be offered up on a plate. With Rhyme falling, that's a weapon to be retrieved, an orbital strike to dodge, but oh, it won't be dodged, never mind.
They're hightailing it back though.
Nah.
The rifle still in hand.
Udah ada
Okay, the
suara.
orbital strike very unlikely for this round. It's something that they can
Suara.
save up for in the next.
Yang ini, yang di Discord.
Yang di Discord.
All of this is going to be heard by Cloud. He'll at least garner the information. The thing that's worrying is just if they can get to the right point to use that Rolling Thunder. EDG still have a
Cari
chance.
tombol volumenya.
Well, the plant is through. That will draw Giants into their crosshairs at least. The hope being that they can either buy enough time for that Rolling Thunder to be crucial in denying the defuse, or how Dong can draw their eyes on the site, which he most certainly will now.
Aduh,
The off angle being held by Smoggy can do damage. Now that is a bit of an anomaly. The kill found the stun out, but Smoggy's got a player on his right. He wasn't ready for Cloud. Giants cling onto life.
Hah?
With a 7th round now on the board, the gap is down to 3.
Yeah, they're starting to grind this one back. It's still a rough road to get through, but it's actually quite good that we're seeing some of those ultimates being burnt out for the Giants side. Orbital strike, they did build that one
Respect
up. That
anjing
was the
EDG,
plan for the
mentalnya
round
tuh.
of EDG, but they had to expand
Mentalnya
the Rolling Thunder in the same way.
Gimana ya? Udah menang jauh kepedean jadi
Actually,
kekejar
EDG going to take a
cok
pause. Now, this started to happen on the last map. Very early. Taking
Apakah
a
akan map
pause to make
3?
sure that they still have time to make sure they get back into this one. And even with the fact that they've won 3 rounds in a row, the finances are not particularly good for the side of Giants. Chances are you're going to have to see a weapon juggled over to Fatinho, who is one off the showstopper. Same for the lockdown as well. They might not be available instantly, but with this map having so many orbs, definite possibility that that could come through.
As much as EDG need this time out to make sure they're on level footing moving through, Giants will no doubt be thankful to have a moment to consult their coaching staff. They obviously valued it in both maps so far, burning up both timeouts. And now, at least this time, they found a way back in. It's time for EDG.
13-10. Aku percaya 13-10.
Mount that attack once more.
Iya ya,
As we said,
13.
a lot, very
EDG
close to being
13.
online for this squad.
Hari ini ada
All
pertandingan
eyes
apa
on
ya? Perak
players like
main.
Chichu. We haven't seen
Perak udah
Kong
selesai.
find that much space
Kapan
in the
Perak
last
main?
couple rounds.
Udah
They've been able to
habis
shut him
baca.
down on the way through. Will that
Orang
be a
tuh dia
consistent factor, though, for this Giants defensive side?
Dart just being sent over. Oh, that's actually going to pick up nobody. He was ready with a flash. And it's going to spot the aggression. I think there's only one player being caught by that. Going to start spotting in the other direction. Fitinho waiting and actually ends up killing the player behind.
Yeah, it was Cloud on top. Good angle. You know, both of these players on that one, it's difficult to deal with, even as they just tried to jiggle Fitinho. Orbital strike on the site, catching them crossing back out. Chichu's picked up another. This is starting to look very good for the side of EDG. With nobody's spot not being seen, they now have everything to work with. The information with the Seekers shows them exactly where their opponents are. And with just Nukia standing, 1 versus 3, another nail in the coffin of Giants. EDG inching ever closer.
Sesi Jose, prediksi ya.
Yeah, their utility execution was just sublime. The fact that they put the orbital strike in and then the aftershock close, it meant that Cloud basically just had to run across no man's land to try and escape. And on the other side, you still just had Kankan and nobody just thriving within the chaos. They seem to be the masters of it. 11-7. And then just look at the damage, by the way. 3 rounds in a row for Giants. And they come into this one with a Stinger and a Sheriff. They will be completely reset for what could be their last round of the tournament.
Terrifying prospect for this defensive side. And now, as well, they sit and wait while EDG sets pace. Nobody on a same old tactics along the rope. This time, though, luckily, it's his teammates that he's on his way towards. Now, there's 4 players stacked up. Giants have made the right call. They've gambled correctly, and they've got the reward already. The opening found, the space denied, and EDG back out immediately. They've realized what they're up against.
Might be a gun to be had as well. Something to be picked up. In fact, the entirety of Giants, bar Hoodie, have completely rotated. They are playing a game of risk at this stage. But it looks like they might have got it spot on once again. The peek through the stun is just perfect. Completely caught. And now the lockdown from the defender is going to be coming out. They can't really pressure onto the site at this stage, so they're going to have to start running back in towards that B site once again. But they faked it. They faked it completely. They've realized what Giants are doing. It is such a perfect play from EDG. There is a completely open site. Giants have fallen for the trickery.
Look at the smoke where it's used as well. You know, EDG are aware there might be a lurker somewhere around here, a site anchor. But no, the space was given, and it was taken. EDG, 4 versus 4. Nukia coming in with just a Sheriff. And the spike has to be defused time against the defensive side. They have to flood in and find space quickly. And there's already a response being teed up for the side of EDG. Right into the fray. Picking up everyone in sand. All 3 kills in this round have been there. And Giants, I don't know what they want to consider, but there's not really a decision left to make. Ryman a 1v3. He'll find the first. Has to dart to sight if he wants to even have a chance at this. And Chichu has closed out any opportunity. 5 in a row needed for Giants. Deja vu of the previous map. Never even made it this close there. And EDG have everything they need to close out this series.
You have to feel at this point that this one is done. The Giants just haven't showed any real lease of life. Every round they've had has come down to clutches. They've not managed to
Kalau kau bisa
build
predik kayak gitu, aku pasang judi kayak Raya, aku cok.
A showstopper is something at least. Seeing this operator
main judi,
in the hands of Kankan.
What? It's just absurd. Even continues the push. Nobody is taking over. 3 kills
He was alone. Nobody alongside him, and somehow they now sit in a huge advantage.
Should be done. Giants are locked into spawn. Nukia and Hoodie, the ones that have to clutch it, and the weaponry is at a disadvantage. The lockdown comes in, insult to injury. The clock now a major enemy for the side of Giants. They're running it down. But look, Nukia's in trouble. I don't think he can even get out of there at this point. Barely. So close to the line. They're detained. This is done. The clock alone would win it. Smoggy's up close to finish him off. An execution. And that's what this series has been. The side of Giants are out of time, out of luck, and out of champions. EDG making history for the region. The melee to finish it off. His team has deserved every accolade earned along the way. And now, by far, the most successful Chinese roster we've ever seen. What a devastating loss for Giants. They'll be going home proud of the heights they've reached. But knowing they were so close, it's got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, this roster has gone from strength to strength. Improving every tournament they've attended. EDG now look like a real contender to fight in towards that trophy. The Chinese roster doing themselves proud, and unfortunately for Giants, this will be the end of the journey. They did well to make it to champions. They did well to take themselves a dub here. Unfortunately, today just was not their day as they faced off against that full force EDG.
No, the crowd certainly has love for Giants, but I think we know who they're here to cheer for. EDG, the fist bumps of victory, the respect palpable on that stage. But they were the better team here today. Let's hear it for EDG.
Kemarin EDG lawan Perex. Perex menang 2-0.
Iya, ada penonton tuh. Seru tapi kan
and the thing is, they are a team that I love watching in the rematches, because every single time, even if they manage to win out the last game, they learn from their mistakes. The map pool can swap. Like, bear in mind, Split, they lost in overtime last time, and it only was close because of all of the ridiculous clutches. We watched the exact same map again, and they managed to dominate, Mitch.
An incredible display from this squad, and no doubt a lot to be broken down. One more time, Tom. Let's send it over to the analyst desk.
Apa?
Kapan lagi main?
Tahu. Mainnya udah kayak kompe, iya cok. Udah kompe anjing.
Masih ada lagi lah, 3 jam lagi.
Apalan apa?
Beli gaming lawan energi. Beli gaming.
Besok drawing playoff. Apalan apa?
Anjing, ngerinya kangkang cowok pas nmap 1 asu. Kalau mungkin gua di gitu.
Oh, belum di drawing. Oh, drawing playoff. Ngeri ya, bante-bante ya. EDG di sini ya. Kemarin lawan Perex udah ada apa-apanya, cok. Batik ngeri banget, cok. Perex nih, cok.
Perex ngeri anjing. Ini panggung paling tinggi gak ya?
Nggak tahu.
Los Angeles ya. Nggak ngerti cok. Kemarin Tokyo juga kayaknya. Kayaknya dunia juga Tokyo. Paham lah aku. Gue buka di IG tuh, kirim tuh.
And really just a dominant showing. And then also they managed to take players on Giants who are
champion kastanya paling tinggi bilangnya
it just managed to make them have little to no impact in the game, and unfortunately that means we have to say goodbye to the Giants as they'll begin their rebuild, or
juara dunia tuh di Dilihatnya dari champion ini berarti ya, Valorant champion.
Iya, VCT.
Soalnya ada juga VCT apa yang kemarin si ini menang tuh, Pratik yang lock in tuh juga dapat title cuy di in game VCT lock in.
Kalau di ML kayak M1, M2, M3.
PRX
Habis itu off season sampai tahun depan.
ini puncaknya berarti nih ya, Valorant champion Los Angeles.
Lock-in itu pembukaan VCT. Keren ya? Keren ya anjing. Andai kan kita bisa di dalam situ ya.
Kau bayangkan ya, nanti siapa kayak menang nih baru di title in game-nya ada Valorant Champions 2023. Anjay. Baru gue ketemu di rank gitu kan, kalau main radian gitu mereka anjing. Baru title-nya gitu. Kicep kau anjing.
Aku dapat title 7 lah itu, Cok.
Itu ya harga idmu melambung tinggi aja.
Fanatic Treble winner itu ya. Kapan Fanatic Treble?
Fanatic 2 tahun sudah juara lah. Kayaknya ya. Deket terlalu gila men. Tapi boleh lah PRX melawan lawan Fanatic aja. Deket. Itulah Login sama Master itu dapat title juga dia loh. Si Fanatic tuh pamer tuh. Valorant Login mana ke Brazil ke mana ke winner. Valorant Login Brazil winner ke.
Grand final Fanatic PRX.
Iya kalau ya begitu drawing ketemu sekarang. Wah.
Nobar cok kita cok, sumpah aku cok itu wah. Siapin cemilan kan? Nonton di kos Wi, pakai TV-nya Kaleb. Grand final.
Capek jauh nih.
Kenapa Om?
Kau kayaknya kalau sering nonton tuh Valorant ya. Kau bisa ini cok. Kau bisa apa namanya? Apply jadi official watch party cok.
Oh. Bisa.
Tapi kau harus banyak konten dulu cok.
Iya, harus banyak-banyakin ini. Naikin subscriber juga, naikin viewer.
Yang
di Twitch itu aku waktu itu udah bisa apply. Cuma sempat keban duluan.
Oh, penobar gitu ya. Jadi dia kasih kok FYP juga gitu ya.
Jadi Valorant Indonesia nanti upload official watch party. Nanti ada namamu di situ. Twitch. Temanku kayak gitu.
Tapi aku nonton komentator Indonesia colong. Lucu kali colong.
It's OOI.
Soalnya maksudnya kalau kau ngomong secara main itu maksudnya kalau dia live main ya. Maksudnya tuh enggak ya be aja gitu loh mainnya sebenarnya. Cuman gara-gara dia sering bikin konten, sering upload short, terus video biasa live. Di ACC, Cok, di watch party.
Siapa tuh?
Cuma bikin konten ngajarin gitu lah, yang maksudnya yang basic aja.
Banyak sih konten lucu-lucu sebenarnya yang ada di live, tinggal ku klip-klipin.
Iya, Cok.
Tinggal dikumpul-kumpulin, banyak banget sebenarnya.
Keren, Cok. Tahu.
Ya coba lah. Siapa tahu aku bisa apply jadi caster sekalian. Kaya tuh kau.
Temanku caster.
Kang sudah enggak bocor jadi apa? Udah jadi eng lagi deh, Cok.
Temanku caster, Cok, VCT. Charity Tamara.
Oh. VCT Indo.
Iya. Charity Tamara. Caster VCT dia. Kaget aku.
Coba-coba lah kau.
Nggak pintar ngomong aku caster.
Tapi kau maksudnya kau kalau cerita tuh seru, Cok. Bisa lah harusnya.
Membajut di panggung.
Cukup yang jadi caster aja ya, jangan yang nggak usah yang apa namanya analis.
Ini kengkeng kalau aku tengok-tengok nih ya.
Udah pamit dulu.
Oke Om, selamat beristirahat Om. Aku mau stream juga kayaknya nih. NRG. Iya. NRG jam berapa?
Jam berapa? Kayaknya 3 jam setelah ini apa 4 jam setelah ini.
Jadwal kemarin. Jam 5.
Ya, sejam lagi berarti kah? 5 apa nih?
Tunggu 15 menit. Kenapa tuh Om? Dimajuin itu harusnya. Ini jam 5.
Di jam 5 perkiraan ya ngomong. Perkiraan.
Itu paling lambat. Dimajuin harusnya. Masa kita tonton lagi anjing? Energi?
PRX 2-0 lawan IDG. Terus PRX lawan siapa lagi? PRX ada lawan apa aja sih PRX? Lawan Crew 2-0, IDG 2-0. 2 match aja kan PRX?
Nggak tahu tuh. Sui. Ya.
Oh, Billy tim mana nih? Tim Cina kah?
Nggak tahu.
Ngomongnya bahasa Cina, Cok.
1,5 menit mulai. Ini mulai. Langsung ini. Billy China number 2. Ini China number 1.
Tim Cina ini menarik ya. Yang dukungnya, Cok. Oh my god. Kok di webnya kayaknya sudah mulai ya, loh.
Apa?
Coba buka webnya ini, Valorant Esport tadi tuh. Buka webnya Valorant Esport. Terus kau tonton tuh ya. Atau jadwal, buka jadwal. Nah, itu atas itu kan live tuh, yang Edward Gaming tuh. Coba pencet.
Valorant Champions Los Angeles 2023 masih bersama kita bertiga di sini. Gue sekalian dan juga Son dan juga Jamal bakal podcast kita tuh kali ini. Ya kita udah tau lah ya energi gimana kemarin dan Bilibili Gaming.
Super strong duelist and like,
what is his name?
He's a strong duelist. Like,
question is not to you, Nuki.
Yeah, Nuki, bro.
I mean, I'm trying to get educated too. Who?
Like the duelist of the team of Bilibili Gaming, bro.
Yeah.
Knight is a strong player, bro.
然后我还注意到对面的决斗者阿丽丝在赛前采访嘛，他说他不知道 POG 的决斗者是谁。然后我现在打完这场比赛，我想问他，你现在记住我没有？
好了，交换。
I think it's Jose, mate. Yeah, I know it's Weezy. Though.
Ini selesai nggak sudah nih?
Gak tau nih kapan mulai match selanjutnya.
We ain't losing to Zeta, you know what I mean? We ain't losing to Zeta, we ain't losing to Bilibili again. Trust me right now, we'll be in playoffs and we're guaranteed, I promise you that.
Selesai, I guarantee. Oh, mulai sudah. Oh, udah, Cok.
You guys can see on the desk, we've been sworn, we've been influenced by the Chinese team now.
Even YouTube ya kalau komentator Indonesia lah.
Let's go.
Nah ini kacau aku cok copyright.
Memang Twitch enggak. Di resminya ini Valorant Indonesia aku cari.
It's adorable. I don't know if you can see this on the camera. It's the cutest thing in the world. Can I get the full outfit? I want to be dressed, by the end of today, I want to be dressed in the entire outfit.
I'm with it. Welcome, by the way, Tom, to the desk. And also, I'm joined by Vanity, of course. But let's talk about YZ versus Artist. Of course, Artist is a well-established duelist. We've seen him achieve.
Copyright kalau
karena memperhitungkan Bilibili sebenarnya awalnya kalau gue ya sampai akhirnya energi membuat tanda tanya kalau mereka bisa kalah dan ditambahin bumbu nih untungnya nih match ini. Kalau nggak ada bumbu kayaknya
beda tuh rasanya tuh.
Gue paling demen nih emang nih Windah Basudaranya energi nih. BG Ardis. Pemain paling lucu di Valorant emang nih.
Ya kemarin dia udah menjanjikan sesuatu kan, jadi ya kita lihat aja apakah dia
paling jago cok
janji yang bukan janji manis doang dari seorang Venas akan disandingkan head to head dengan Yasmin. Ini SES-nya memang lumayan jauh ya, average skill juga lumayan jauh, tapi ya kita ngomongin Viper dari Yasmin sama Venas yang beda banget. Venas yang lo tau lah, IGL yang sibuk segala macam, bukan berarti dia nggak punya aim. Tapi dia selalu yang mikirin gimana apa yang terjadi dan adaptasinya gimana. Nah kalau dari Yasmin sendiri, ya kalian juga udah tahu lah ya itu mainnya dry pick semua gitu kan.
Ini mau mulai sudah.
Ya bekalnya ya paling utama itu adalah aimnya dulu. Jadi emang kalau ngomongin secara statistik pasti Yasmin lebih unggul, tapi bukan berarti secara whole team mereka juga jauh di atas energi, enggak juga karena
aku tahunya sini season pernah dengar
kayak ya kalian bilang ini benar-benar tipikal stereotype dari Asia Timur. Jadi kayak prediksinya kayaknya gue ngerasa untuk panelis ini kayak dia beda. Apakah betul dari saudara Jamal?
Saya BGR.
Oke, saudara Son.
Energi harusnya.
Jadi kalau mau nonton nobar kan
mid round mereka adalah salah satu tim yang mid round call terbaik dan kalau kita ngomongin Vines kita nggak ngomongin aimnya dia karena kita sudah tahu lah ya. Sudah bisa dimaklumi lah Vines ini dari segi aim karena dia ada prowess
itu tadi sudah di lobby custom
buat energi. Jadi gue ngelihat harusnya energi udah belajar dari pertemuan pertama untuk tidak meremehkan lagi pemain-pemain dari Tiongkok ini. Jadi kalau gue percaya energi harusnya bakal lolos.
Custom deathmatch dulu itu.
Nah kalau udah percaya kayak gitu biasanya kan predik tuh percaya ya
TDM 10 menit itu.
Karena sangat yakin dengan prediksi lu. Kira-kira skornya berapa?
2-0.
Bukan itu roundnya.
13.
Jangan di inilah.
7, 13, 6. Tergantung mapnya sih. Gue coba penasaran. Gue feeling 13-6, 13-7.
13-6, 13-7. Apakah akan terulang kembali ya?
Kayak bisa lebih di bawah itu deh.
17 berapa tuh Mal kalau bertahu Mal?
Hasilnya
0 kayaknya.
Wah.
Enggak sih. Itu mah lebih ke itu mah bukan prediksi, itu harapan kayaknya.
5 sih kayak
5. 13-5 lah ya. Pokoknya berarti nggak under 2 digit lah.
Dari Mr. Vines seharusnya kan dia memang
Mr. Pujan.
Mr. Pujan ini harusnya
ini mana lebih kuat
dulu pas masih optik tuh
si energi kah atau si
Billy sama dia jarang banget
karena dia udah
buat energi tuh Billy
kata ya.
Apalagi si Billy kan modal awalnya
Cina
ya
Liga Petani
cuma aim ya, harusnya untuk tim untuk orang sekelas Vines enggak
jauh banget
susah banget viralnya karena si YZ itu kan WHZ ya itu WHZ apalah harusnya sih enggak susah
harusnya enggak susah ya, tapi pertanyaan gue justru kayak EDG kelihatannya dulu mainnya kayak Billy Gaming yang sekarang kan. Tapi improve-nya jauh banget tadi
balik Surabaya itu
tadi kita udah bahas ya. Sequencing-nya, stratnya kapan harus ngerem, apa yang harus dibenahi dan udah dibenerin di Champions ini. Billy Gaming tuh punya potensi itu enggak sih?
Ya mungkin potensi udah pasti ada, cuman lu nggak bisa ngebenerin itu dalam waktu beberapa malam doang kan. Lu lihat EDG butuh waktu berapa lama untuk sampai bisa ke titik mereka formnya kayak di Masters Tokyo. EDG tuh udah main dari login dari sebelumnya kita udah ngeliat EDG ini adalah tim yang sangat kuat di region Cina begitu masuk internasional kayak cuman pelangap-pelongap kalah. Baru di Masters Tokyo kita bisa ngomongin EDG kayak wah ternyata mereka udah berubah. Dan mereka pun gue inget banget waktu di interview di Masters Tokyo mereka ngomong
proposal kan tidak akhir.
Sebelumnya kita main cuma gerasa-gerusuk doang, sekarang kita udah mulai main pakai otak.
Kau pas aku di sini
masalahnya apakah bisa mungkin gue yakin mereka udah sadar sekarang. Tapi gue yakin gak akan cukup waktunya untuk mengubah mindset cara bermain mereka seinstan itu karena sekarang kan mereka ngerasa
aku off stream dulu guys.
Nanti nggak bisa ya kita cuma lari-lari nabrak-nabrak ngandelin karena kita udah ngerasa nih satu flank yang udah dimatiin ternyata masih ada double flank dan itu hal-hal yang cuman bisa dirasain dari jam terbang. Jadi kalau gue ngerasain ya energi jam terbang yang lebih jauh. Mereka punya pemain-pemain yang udah berpengalaman. Gue nggak yakin mereka bakal jatuh ke lubang